Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. Hope you've had a good weekend. Hope you're enjoying the bank holiday as well if you're in the UK. Just had to get off our title screen as quickly as possible because the music was skipping again. I'm actually going to use my rear mile today because I need to use today to farm for Psycho Wand. So just a couple of things before we get started properly. A video went live a couple of hours ago, which is the first in the series of the law guides for PSO. So it just covers the Pioneer project mainly. It is quite a short video, but there is going to be quite a lot of these videos. So expect to be quite a long series for that. Now, will the music skip or will it be okay? Actually sounds alright actually for a change. I saw a Psycho Wand banner last night. I think if you're going to see them, it's probably going to be this week. I know what you mean though, seeing a banner for Psycho Wand is insane really. So yeah, video went live earlier, all about the Pioneer project. That'll be a continuing series. It'll be probably one video every week. The next one should cover things like the Principality Government and Red Ring Recor. But it will be quite an extensive series, like just going through a lot of the different facets of the lore of PSO. Seems to have been really well received so far actually, so that's really good to see. Next thing is, so I mentioned this in the members chat, but I will announce it now. There is another long-term series coming as well. So midweek there will be a video for a full playthrough of Phantasy Star Portable 2. It will be several episodes because it'll be a very, very long series. For that series, what I'm doing is I'm launching it to members only first for the first day or so, and then after about a day, then it'll go live to everyone else. It's just a little thank you for all the members that have joined recently, so just a little benefit for members. But it will go live to everyone else within a day or two after. So that will be a full playthrough of PSP2 and PSP2 Infinity as well. But yeah, thank you to everyone that's membered recently or subscribed or anything. I'm amazed with how the channel's going at the minute. I'm really, really excited for where we're heading at the minute. And also thank you to everyone who's been supporting Deployable as well, because I saw that he'd just reached 2,000 subs as well, so congrats on that as well. Just watch it, excited for more. Oh, nice one. Yeah, I realised it was only quite a short video, but there is only so much you can talk about with the Pioneer project. I didn't want the video to be too long, so we'll talk about things like Red Ring Recall in the next one. So now moving on to more pressing matters, such as what we're hunting today. So it is Rare Enemy Week this week. I'm a purple num. That means I'm hunting Psycho Wand. We are going to do some other things though, because I don't want to subject everyone to just constant Psycho Wand hunts. So I think we'll maybe start off with the RBR quest for Ep 1, because that is a cave quest. So that has lilies in it. After that, we can move on to doing some hunts for Condrieu. I'm happy to run basically anything after that. I just want to do at least 1 or 2 runs for Psycho Wand first. I know it won't drop, but if it's going to drop, it's going to be this week. All the luck wished. Yeah, I'll need it and more. So am I right in thinking, is it Sweep Up 2 that is the RBR quest for this week? Sweep Up 2, nice one. So yeah, as usual, null password for the stream. So our games are always password with the word stream. And we always play on Limerence Block 2, Lobby 13. I think I made that in episode 1 game. We'll find out. Oh, it's odd beats at the minute, so I can't use Divine Punishment spam. I've actually got some random special weapon in my inventory. I've got no idea what this is. I'll go and check that now. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the PSP2 playthrough as well. So there should be essentially 2 long-form series going live on the channel. So there'll be the lore videos on the weekends and then the PSP2 playthrough during the week. Right, what is this special weapon? Lauren PSP2 is an amazing combo. You can't make this up, can you? Of course, the random special weapon in my inventory is a Silence Claw. Why wouldn't it be? Yeah, I thought that doing, you know, a bit of PSO and then a bit of PSP2 would be a good idea, particularly as we've done no videos on PSP2 yet. Yeah, that was not planned. I have not been on this character for a couple of weeks, so I had no idea what that was in my inventory. So we do still have one more space if anyone else wants to join. I'll give it another minute or so. To be honest, with it being a cave quest, I can't see it being too difficult. Also, as well, thank you to everyone who joined the little Discord event yesterday. For anyone who doesn't know, we did a little event on the Discord just for some of the community to get to know each other. It actually went really, really well, and we were talking for about 3 hours or so. Really, really interesting getting to know people as well. So thank you to everyone who joined that. We might do it as like a semi-regular thing as well. But I will also keep the voice chat open on the Discord as well. So if anyone wants to drop in there, they can. Yeah, it was really, really nice to meet you guys last night. PSP2 looks really cool. Didn't know about it until you saw me talking about it in the Discord recently. It's a really good game, honestly. For me, it's one of my favourite Fantasy Star games. PSO will always be my favourite, no doubt, but honestly, I love particularly PSP2 Infinity. Infinity is an absolutely brilliant game. I can't stress how good that game is. Hi AJ, okay. I just realised we have 3 rangers. Oh, you finally got the Discord sorted on your PC. Oh, nice one. Infinity is like the perfect package of everything PSU and some PSO elements sprinkled on top. Yeah, I totally agree with that. It was kind of an homage to PSO as well, because I believe it was launched for the 10th anniversary of PSO. And no, Godspeed, no, Infinity was Japan only, but there is a full fan English translation, which is what I'm going to be playing through. And it is completely translated. It doesn't mix well with listening to the stream. Yeah, I can imagine that. We're doing Sweep Up 2. Yeah, PSP2 base game was released in the West. For some reason, they just decided never to release Infinity outside of Japan. Which is really, really shocking because Infinity is amazing. Base game PSP2 is still really, really good though. Played Infinity on your PSP, really great game. I put probably, I want to say 700 to 800 hours into Infinity. It was insanely good game. One thing I really liked about Infinity as well is the end game in Infinity was very, very wide open. There was a ton of things to do once you got to end game. The West never gets the good stuff. Yeah, you're not wrong there. Yeah, we had to wait how many years for PSO2? Okay, so we'll get started in a sec and go and pay a visit to caves. Please use word select. Can do. What did you think of the Infinity mod for that Sonic game? I saw that. It looked annoyingly good. I'm not really a massive Sonic fan, to be honest. I like the really old Sonic games, but I know Frontiers is meant to be really good. But I never had a Dreamcast at the time, so I sort of missed all the sort of Sonic Adventure period and everything, so I never really got to try those. Yeah, that game that it showed on Deployable stream, it looked actually really interesting for a fan game. Right, let's go. Rare enemy week, time for the cycle one. Exactly. How hard can it be? The great thing is, as well, is that this quest Sweep Up 2 is in caves and is on the Ragdoll boost road. So we get the boosted rare drop rate and we've got the rare enemy boost. So, I mean, it has to drop, doesn't it? How hard can it be? Ignore the fact I'm using a striker unit when I can't use Divine Punishment at the minute. I've lent my mag to my other character, so she only has the striker unit at the minute. You thought I'd get a kick out of that? It actually looks really well done, honestly. You reinstalled Sonic Adventure 2 on your Xbox last night? I probably do need to try them at some point, honestly. I only ever hear good things about them, particularly the adventure games, but I just never got around to trying them. Get the Mega Collection on GameCube, so you've got a soft spot for the classic games. I didn't realise it had released on GameCube, to be honest. That means I could technically play it if my GameCube kind of worked better. Honestly, I should just get my GameCube repaired or get a Wii at some point or something. I swear, PSO just destroyed my GameCube. Special weapon and a photon drop in the same room. What is this? Yes, that's a good thing about this quest, I guess. You can get Vice as well. So if you can get a Vice with hit, that'd be really good. Ow. Yeah, Minsk's starting out hot, yeah. All the rares. Seriously? I sent my GameCube to Valhalla, pretty much. I know exactly what caused it as well. Anyone who plays GameCube probably knows, but the fastest way to get rare enemies on the GameCube was to do something called the pipe trick, which is where you opened the telepipe, went down to, say, caves. And what it would do on the console versions is it would spawn in all the enemies again. So you would just find a room with loads of lilies, see if there's any rare ones, pipe up to Pioneer, pipe back down again, and it would respawn all the lilies. And it had a chance of them being rare ones again. And you would just do that over and over again. The downside is, at the time, we didn't really know, but it was just wrecking the laser on your GameCube. Everyone avoids that mine other than me. It was placed specifically for me, I think. Yeah, TP down and get a mill, yeah. So that was exactly what you used to do. You saw a streamer doing it and got so confused. Oh, yeah, that's the downside of it, isn't it? So, yeah, you get a mill lily to show up, it kills you with Megid, you spawn back in and it's gone. The VOD was 11 hours, and that was 90% of it. See, I don't get that. I mean, nothing against people who want to stream for that long, but if you're going to stream for like 11 hours, it kind of needs to be something that's going to be at least partially entertaining. And I imagine watching a loading screen essentially for 90% of the stream is probably not the most exciting thing in the world. Oh, you're doing it on the Wii as well. Yeah, moment of silence for your Wii. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I suppose if you are joining someone's stream, it's entirely up to them what they want to stream, I guess. And if you're there watching it, then what are you gonna do? Just for me personally, I couldn't stream for like 10, 11 hours just typing back to Pioneer constantly. Although, to be honest, I couldn't stream for 10 or 11 hours at all anywhere. It would kill me. For me personally, because I'm an old man, I think streaming for about 3 hours is absolutely fine for me. Hey, level 116. We're so much quicker. Yeah, I can imagine it being at least quicker doing it. Which means you can do it more often. Which means you can wear your laser out as quick. 1.09 million to next level. Easy. I'm almost there with my Hunuel, actually. I've almost got to 1 million to level. Not quite. Difference is you're probably quite far through that level. You skipped through to see when she stopped and you were like, damn, I love the grind, but this is too much. You're over halfway through. Yeah, that is the 190 grind. So, of course, what will happen now is we just won't get a Mill Lily. And the reason we won't get a Mill Lily is for a few reasons. One is that it's Rare Enemy Week, and whenever we have Rare Enemy Week, nothing rare shows up. And the other reason is because on Deployable stream yesterday, when it wasn't Rare Enemy Week, we got a random Mill Lily show up in one of the runs. So that is all the Mill Lilies done now for this week. We won't see another one. Prove me wrong, PSO. Prove me wrong. What do you mean? It's a bank holiday. It's designed for a 24-hour stream. No chance. If someone else wants to stream on Twitch and do a 24-hour, be my guest, but that is not me. I seriously don't know how people do streams that long. It took all the rares in the first 3 rooms. It does look that way. Oh, I just realised there's 2 lilies there. That's quite a scary spawn, actually. You're able to snag a V801 from a Pazuzu, so maybe Rare Enemy Week curse is broken. Oh, nice one, you've managed to actually break the curse. Is it not just me then that seems like every time we get a Rare Enemy Week, the Rare Enemies just stop showing up? Found a red slime in TDF after Deployable stream yesterday. Yeah, it sounds about right. Did it drop anything good or? PSO for God's sake. Yeah, exactly. That's a really weird spawn, putting a slime in a corridor. Yeah, the hallway spawns are quite similar to Seabed down there. Can't be as bad as that quest we did last week, though, with the Delbiters in the corridors. That was brutal. Finally decided to download the game, setting up the controls to use the keys 1 to 0 is quite a pain. Do you know how to do it, Rosecraft? because I can show you how to do it if you want. And thanks for joining as well. Take a slime over Delbite and Morphos any day. Oh, I totally agree with that. Or pretty much anything in Seabed. Yeah, so you can use Joy to Key for it. That ended really suddenly. I wasn't expecting it to end there. I see no Psycho Wand. Yeah, it's quite a quick quest, that one. To be fair though, it is a sweep up quest, so normally it would have a time limit, so I guess it's probably a quest that you can just spam a bit. Give me those S parts. Yeah, I think everyone with an Android wants those. Yeah, so if you don't know Rosecraft, basically the way that you do it is when you go into the customize menu, all you do is you press confirm on one of the buttons, it doesn't matter which, and then all you do is you just highlight one of the icons that you want to assign to a number bar, and say I want to assign Rabata to number 5 on the bar, I just hover over it and press 5 on my keyboard, and you'll see the number 5 next to it, and then that will add it to my quick palette on the bar on the bottom. So that's how you do it. If you want to assign it to the back palette, you just press right bumper to switch to your second palette, and then do the same again. So again, I can put that on, say, 4 on my second palette. Again, this is one of the many things that PSO does not tell you how to do. Yeah, it does take a while to figure out because, again, the game just doesn't tell you how to do it. And you know that there is obviously a way because you can see this bar at the bottom of the screen. You think, well, I must be able to assign things to it somehow. But yeah, it just doesn't tell you. Is there anything PSO does tell you how to do? Not much. It basically tells you how to attack, how to use a Photon Blast, how to feed your mag. That's about it. And even then, it's super vague with those as well. Good question for a fellow Skyly. Should you farm for SGS on DAR or RDR week? This is something I always struggle with. So I think for Gig U, I believe Gig U has a DAR of about 80%. So it's quite a good DAR anyway. So honestly, I would run for it in either of those weeks, but I would probably prioritize RDR week. But either of them would work better than any other week. But yeah, Gig U's DAR rate is actually quite good with it being a mini boss. So I don't think that the DAR increase has a massive effect on it. And good luck with the SGS as well. As someone who hunted it for over 4 years and didn't find it, you'll need it. You won an auction for the Japanese concept art for PSO this morning. Or was that the Book of Hunters? Key to not being depressed is to not hunt the SGS. That is truth, absolute truth. Any Cycle 1 look just got on. No, we've just finished the first run. No Lily. So, as usual with Rare Enemy Week, all the Rare Enemies going to hide in as soon as Rare Enemy Week starts. So I think I'll make another one for now since it is quite a short run. because I'm an absolute masochist and need a psycho wand for some reason. Spent about 5 or so hours the past weekend attempting to hunt it. Get runs down to about 2 minutes, but mine is the drop rate killer. Are you doing Phantasmal World for 2 floor resets? Join the next run if we've got a spot open. Yeah, I mean, if we've got more than a few people, we can always rotate as well. Party of psychos. Yeah, you have to be a psycho to hunt Psycho Wand. Yes, I am. Hugh Carson using S-Red Blades. Might go a little faster once you level a bit more. Yeah, it is rough. I mean, for me, my the hunter that I use for it is a Hunuel. So the hardest part for me is getting past the Ilgal at the start. I basically just have to stand there and just spam Rabata until I hope it freezes, and then kill it after that. But I suppose with the Hucast you can just drop a freeze trap on its head, which would be far, far easier. Honestly, the way to hunt it is probably with a Skyline Ranger, honestly, but I didn't think of that. But yeah, seriously, good luck trying to find that because it is an awful hunt. It's one of the worst hunts in the game, honestly. Oh, we're not far off 800 internet time, and that means Divine Punishment spam in 10 beats time. I'll share photos of the manual to Discord. Yeah, I mean, I've got the GameCube manual, but I remember how little it actually tells you. Can you please not paralyze me? Thank you. It's not too bad to run this for, I guess, for Psycho Wands. I mean, there's a reasonable amount of lilies in it. There are much better quests, though. It's just that because this has the RBR boost at the minute as well, we're just trying to make the best of a bad situation. Appreciate it. Have you given up on finding it, or do you still do runs from time to time? I still do runs now and again. I've definitely dropped off a lot from hunting it. Honestly, for me, a lot of the time when I'm hunting for it, it does just feel like a huge waste of time now. I know the runs are fast, but it's so soul destroying, just resetting constantly over and over again. So what I decided to do is hunt something as hard, if not harder. At least we're hunting mill lilies, though. At least I can get some experience with my ranger on the way. Is Red Sword basically the easiest alternative to an SGS? Red Sword is really, really good on cast hunters because it has a unreduced C special. So with cast getting the boost to paralysis, it's actually not a bad weapon for paralysing at melee range. And it is also quite strong as well. Goes from a hard hunt to an even harder hunt, true PSO player. I mean, that's how you do it, you know? Once you get to this stage in the game, you need some reason to keep playing. No, seriously, though, I respect anyone who tries the SGS hunt because it's brutal. think the ultimate insult with SGS as well is that even when you do find it, then it's like, okay, now kill 23,000 enemies before it's actually good. Yes, that's another good option base player. So if you are playing a Humor or a Hunuel, your other alternative could be the 3084 Flowens. If you are a male hunter, you could go with Zamba. So either of those will work. Or you could just be insanely lucky like me and get someone who just gives you a 55 hit Flowens 3084. I still can't get my head around that. Absolutely insane drop. I said on deployable stream yesterday that I kind of felt a bit bad for taking it. I wanted to give the guy more for it, but he wouldn't take it. It's not Book of Hunters, it's the Setting and Materials Dream magazine. Oh, cool. I've seen that on eBay once or twice. Yeah, that is one I still need to get. I did recently manage to get the soundtracks for episode 1 and 2, and episode 3. Someone was selling all 3 of them with all of the stuff with them. So the episode 3 soundtrack comes with an actual pack of cards as well. Tried to farm Zamba last week, you got 4 stink frames. I suppose with stink frame though, at least if you get one that's got decent stats, you can use it to make a virus amylophateria. Really? I got 2 with max stats. Oh, nice. Got red sword with 15 or 20 hit. Can't use Zamba. I think we looked out. Yeah, that's a really, really good one then. Yeah, I feel like red sword's a bit slept on. The only downside with red sword really is it has quite a variable attack power. So if you look on the wiki at how much attack power it actually has, the difference between the minimum and the maximum attack is actually quite big. So your damage will vary quite a lot, which can be a little bit annoying because if you know that you've got enough attack power with another weapon to kill an enemy in, say, 3 hits, with a red sword it might be 3 hits, or it might be 4, or maybe you might crit and do 2. Or we've got a 10% hit MA60 Vice. I mean, it's something. It could be worse. Thank you, thank you. I think you actually get a banner for a Vice if you get one with really, really high hit. Not so much for a 10% hit one, though. F3 soundtrack is fantastic, yeah, totally agree. Need a minus 5% hit Psycho Wand. To be honest, you could do that on a Psycho Wand as well, because you're never going to use it to actually melee with. And realistically, who's brave enough to down tech a Psycho Wand? It could be better as well, yeah, definitely. You know, it could be 100 hit. Would you take a minus 5 hit Psycho Wand? So I mean, to get minus 5 hit, I would have to deliberately down tech it myself. But yes, I would. Yes, I would. Well, it's showing a banner of -5 hit Psycho Wand. I think for Psycho Wands, I think any Psycho Wand shows on the banner, just because of how rare it is. Where there are some weapons that only show up if they have a certain amount of hits. But Psycho Wand, I believe any Psycho Wand shows up. What quest is this and what you're all hunting? So this is Sweep Up 2, or Sweep Up Operation 2, and we're doing it on Purple Num to try and futilely look for a Mill Lily to get Psycho Wand. It's not worth it. Unless a Psycho Wand drops, and then it is worth it. Yeah, the barrels on the LK-14 rotate. It's like a little Gatling gun in each hand, basically. Good luck to us all. Yeah, we'll need it. That is a very quick quest, though. You're not spending any fluids. I wish that was the case for my phone. Well, I really need to get on that and unseal my limiter. Alright, let's take this absolute beast of a vice. No, we're not going to go for 5% hit. Unfortunately, they've changed how the checkers work recently, so it works more like the actual official servers, which means that it's a bit more of a pain to tech. Look like 2 hairdryers. Yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah, hairdryers with Berserk. Yeah, they are not good looking guns. There we go, 20 hit finally. And now off they go to rot in the bank and never be used. Because I might use them on my new Huka Seal actually, as I'm leveling her. Could be good on her. They dry your hair and blow your head off. Cast need hair dryers. Well, I've never really thought of that. I mean, my Huka Seal probably doesn't need one. The wife picks up the vice to dry her hair. Whoops. Yeah, bit of a mess. That's why you keep your hair dryers and your vice in separate parts of the house. In all seriousness, though, it is actually a decent weapon. Although it's a really common mech gun, it's one of the better ones because of the Berserk special. Can you reskin them? I'm not sure for the vice, honestly. Why do I need 2? Killer mech guns. They are unbelievably good, honestly, for such a common weapon. What a bop. Yeah, this music's so good. It's just the episode 3 lobby music. Because this lobby is based on episode 3. So we could do you want to do maybe one more caves run for Psycho ones, and then we can switch it up to something else? Any run's fine. Yeah, we'll do one more then, and then after that we'll switch over. I will let you escape the Psycho one hell and actually hunt something else on stream as well. Bonus this week is it's rare enemy appearance rate, so that's why we're doing this, just because we're more likely to get middle Elisa short. You always thought the mech guns sound more like a whop 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 noise. Yeah, I get that, I guess, yeah. Yeah, once the soundtracks that I've ordered arrive, I'll show them on the Discord, just so you can see all the little bonuses that are with them. I was prowling eBay a few days ago, and it's dangerous, man, if you're a Phantasy Star fan. There's too much tempting stuff on there. There is still someone on there selling, there's these cold cast statues that are like 20 years old. There's one of a Humor, one of a Funuel, and one of a Hunuel. For some reason there's no Ranger one, I have no idea why. But yeah, I keep seeing the Hunuel one. There's one on sale that's been on sale on eBay for literally, it must be getting on for over a year now. And it's nearly £500. The person who's selling it keeps dropping the price very gradually, but it's like a couple of pounds at a time that gets dropped by. And I can't bring myself to pay that much money for a statue. It doesn't even look that good, honestly, because it's such an old statue. It's not even that detailed. But it's pretty much the only decent sized statue of a PSO 1 Hunuel. Tempted to get the Silpher poster tattooed onto your arm. Yeah, it's one thing I've never really considered anything like tattoos. They're not for me personally. I know deployable is obviously quite into them. I think deployable actually does it as a job actually. One where she's holding a card over her face. Oh, yeah, I know what you mean, actually. Yeah, I've seen that before. It would look good. It's just, yeah, for me personally, I'm just not really that interested in tattoos generally. I appreciate the art that goes into them, but they're just not for me to get. Yeah, one of the best things about the episode 3 soundtrack is that the disc has a Skyly symbol on it. Well, I think there's two discs. I think one is the Hunter side disc and one's the Dark side disc. And the Hunter side one has a Skyly badge on it, which is, I mean, it's on brand. You have a few tattoos you'd like, but you feel like your arms are a bit too thin. Yeah, you and me both. I am basically a stick. I'm not... I know it's probably not hard to tell, but I'm not exactly the kind of guy who works out often. I'll check that out after stream. I think I know which one you mean though. I think I've seen it out before. There's quite a lot of slimes in this quest, unfortunately, which does spoil it a bit. Would be nice if a Lily would show up, but you know, again, it is rare in my week, so it never happens. Big U's 989k level. Probably get us a lot, but do you think PSO is best played with a keyboard, mouse, or controller? I think you can play it with both. For me, I've always preferred playing with a controller, but I think a lot of that is because I started with GameCube, so I'm just more used to playing it with a controller. I suppose if you started with maybe the original PC version, or if you start with Blueburst, maybe you'd prefer to use keyboard. I think it is set to be playable with both, but for me personally, I just prefer the controller. I do still use keyboard a little bit though, so for the palette down the bottom of the screen, I still use my keyboard keys for those. What have we got? We've got LK14 combat, nice. Is a rare slime worth hunting? As with most things in PSO, it depends entirely on your section ID. If you're Red Rhea, very much so. Oh, and a photon drop as well. The rares are starting, boys. Ow. It's ramping up, yeah, we're getting there. It's building up, so we've gone from, you know, LK14s to, you know, I think it is up to photon drops, because I think a photon drop is an improvement over an LK14. So Psycho 1 next. What does Red Rhea drop? Lavis Cannon. So it's a 1 in 22 drop, or 1 in 21. So it is a tough drop, but yeah, it drops Lavis Cannon. You hear Puyo Puyo? Yeah, that is someone playing the Puyo Puyo disc. Tough drop, man. I'm looking for Psycho ones. Yeah, Lavis Cannon is pretty easy compared to this. Another Vice just dropped as well. Yeah, when you run this, you basically just get tons of Vices and tons of LK14 combats, and that's basically it. Occasionally, you might get a Stag Cutlery from a slime, and that's about it. kind of feel that this Pan should get hurt by the Crusher. It feels a bit unfair that we get crushed by it, but it doesn't. Always wanted a Lavis, never found one. Yeah, I've never found one either. To be fair, I've never really spent a lot of time hunting one. I did hunt one a little bit with my red Rhea on this before I leveled my purple number, but just getting a red slime to show up is just soul destroying. Vice and LK14 is a nice change from the Justies. I suppose so, yeah, because I guess we don't typically do purple num runs, do we? So to be fair though, we did get a Silence Claw that was in my inventory from the start of the stream, so you know, we are getting the usual as well. Yeah, exactly, yeah. So if you're hunting a red slime, you can guarantee it will show up in normal whenever you're leveling a new character. Can you find them in ultimate? No. Yes, they can spawn by splitting them, so say for example if you're doing TTF, when you get the spawn that has 4 slimes, if you split them, they can split into a red slime. So basically when you're hunting a red slime, just every time you encounter them, just split them. Are we counting the Silence Claw? It was technically there before we were. It was, but it's still... I'm still counting it. Will the TP trick work on slimes? As far as I know it does. I think it worked on any rare enemy. However, I think if you split them and then telepipe back, when you come back down, I think it just shows the original ones again. I could be wrong on that though. But yeah, Lavis is such a cool weapon, but yeah, it's one I've never found either. But I think we might be looking out on the Millilies, unfortunately. And for anyone wondering, no, you can't use the pipe trick on Blue Burst. It doesn't work. On Blue Burst, the enemies are already spawned in when you come down, so it remembers what the spawns were. What's the mechanic behind splitting slimes? Is it random or is there a trick to it? There's a few ways of doing it, so... Oh, speaking of which, right on cue. Hello, red slime. There you go. Say its name and it will appear. Millilily, 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 millilily. So yeah, the mechanic behind splitting them is basically to... You need to use ice techs. That will split them. Apart from Barter, for some reason Barter doesn't split them. I don't know why. But Gibarter or Rabarter will split them. Also hitting them with the third attack of a combo will split them as well. How is that red slime still alive? I just remember what it drops as well, I think. Yeah. How is it still here? Yeah, I keep losing my target on it as well. That's just a desync thing with PSO, unfortunately. There we go. Red Scorpio. Yeah, so red slime drops a red Scorpio. It's a cool enough weapon, but unfortunately just not that useful. Middle Lily is the new Bloody Mary, yeah, pretty much. Maybe we need to say the name of slime and then the middle will show up. Maybe that's how it works. Well, at least we got something. And more importantly, we got a rare enemy in Rare Enemy Week. The curse is finally lifted. Photon launcher is your absolute favourite weapon. They're really, really cool. It's just, I just wish they were more useful. Did it actually have any good percents? No, not at all. It is quite hard to use them, yeah. You basically just have to line up all the enemies constantly. What's the best way to use Berserk without dying? Got a Disco Braveman, never really used Berserk before this. So you basically just need to... It is difficult with Berserk, so if you're not used to using it, so with a Disco Braveman, you need to make it so that you're far enough away from the enemy so that they can't hit you once you've used the Berserk in case they survive. So just make sure you're spacing yourself properly. Try and use it firm, try and get behind enemies to use it, and basically just anything that increases the chances of you being able to get away from attacks before they hit you. Honestly, once you get to a certain point, you'll do so much damage with Berserk anyway that you'll just kill everything without them touching you anywhere. Yeah, risk and reward, basically, that is Berserk in a nutshell. Can you please tech this Red Scorpio properly? This will be the next 3 hours of the stream now, just me trying to tech this Red Scorpio. Please, I beg you, please tech this properly. Thank you. We got there in the end. Yeah, I really don't like the techer changes. I know it is more like the official servers, but I'd like them to put it back how it was. Team points. Yeah, cause I think I already have a Red Scorpio, to be honest. We just got a Mill Lily and a Red Rhea lobby. I'm trying to remember what they drop on Red Rhea. I think, is it Demolition Comet? He's got Mazetta. Oof. You're using the Guilty Light early on. Yeah, I do like them. I think they look really cool as well. And they're somewhat useful if you've got some enemies lined up. But yeah, particularly when you get to Ultimate, they just look quite hard to use. Just wondering if you should keep a finger over the trimate button just in case something gets too close. Everything in Ruins is so fast in Ultimate. What you can do is, so if you get knocked over by enemies, if you use your quick menu, so if you hit the right bumper and Y, or right bumper and whatever your top face button is, to bring your quick menu up, if you use a trimate from that menu while you're down, you'll use it immediately as soon as you get up. So you basically use it on frame 1 as soon as you get up. So it gives you more chance of getting the trimate in before you get hit. Hi there, Porkins, you alright? Mind if you hop in a run? Yeah, so I mean, I think we might switch over to running something else just because I don't want to spend the entire stream hunting Psycho ones. I mean, I do, but I'm not going to subject that to people. So yeah, what we can do is we can switch it up, and if people want to rotate around, that's absolutely fine. I mean, how many people have we got? 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 so far, plus potentially 1 or 2 more. Yeah, so we can make a party and we can just rotate around people. It's hard to take PSO BB seriously in 2024. Why exactly? Just wondering what your rationale is. Hi, Banana Head. Well, I suppose saying it's hard to take seriously and then seeing a Hugh cast called Banana Head is probably proving your point correct. You're getting a busy lobby today, yeah? Look, Johnny, if you run purple POD, you're current spamming in the hope for a cure phrase. It just looks like a banana to you. I mean, fair play, I mean, it does. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm happy to do a POD. I will preface it and say that I will get one shot by the boss, because I don't have enough health to survive any of the beams, but I'm happy to mitt again. Ult equals bad, always buy the new AAA slop. Oh, there you go, someone just found the Lavis cannon actually, from a red slime, so there you go. It does exist. Skyly putting lobby 13 on the map. Yeah, what I'll do then is I will make a episode 4 game or POD, and if anyone wants to join in, feel free. And then whoever's left over, you can always run a second run and we can just rotate around. Yeah, it's up to you if you want POD on both parties. I mean, I'll make a purple #1, so if anyone wants Heaven Striker, they can join this one. If anyone wants anything else, you can make another section ID. As usual, password will always be stream. PS3 for lame is an option too. Yeah, so I mean, you can do that if you want to as well. I'm happy to run that after this quest as well. I think I made that episode 4. Looks like it. Actual balance party? What is this? It's a good opportunity for you to vacuum the floor. Oh, the keybinds are done. Oh, nice one. You'll get the Psycho wand, I believe in you. Thank you for the support. I need all the support I can get to find that. Yeah, no worries. What's your character then, Rosecraft? Have you made one yet, or is it a brand new character? Should level your 4 new world so you can do a 4 new world party. I'd be up for doing that, yeah. All in the same outfit, all with the same weapons. And now to remember where POD is. Not there is the answer. Am I blind and just not seeing this here, or...? What category is POD in? Because either I'm totally blind... or is it that there's someone who isn't in a team? Yeah, it does not appear to be here. It won't be on the counter if someone's not in a team. So is anyone not signed up to a team? I know that you can do it across different teams, but if you're not in a team, we can't do POD. Yeah, so I am definitely in a team, so we are all in a team. Yes, I'm in Pioneers and we definitely have the quest unlocked. No, it doesn't need to be the same team. I've done it with other people before. But it is definitely not showing up here. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with this. So we can't do POD then for some reason. I have no idea why. Unless someone wants to remake it. Do you want to remake it, Zale, since you're purple number as well? Just to see if it reappears. I have no idea why it's not showing up. Is Red Rhea an okay section ID on a Huke seal? Red Rhea is a really, really balanced ID. It's probably not the best ID for Hunter, Ranger, or Force, but it's just a nice balance. It is really good for finding units. Quite good for finding a lot of armors and shields as well. But yeah, generally a very, very solid ID, particularly if it's your first character. Yeah, so we are definitely all in teams. That's really, really weird. Only thing I'm thinking of is that maybe one of the teams doesn't have the quest unlocked. You can run max attack 40. Yeah, we might have to do that instead if POD doesn't show up. Yeah, so the team needs the quest unlocked now. I know for a fact that my team definitely has it unlocked. If it doesn't show there, we can run max attack 40. Yeah, it could be that the team that Porkins is on doesn't have POD unlocked then. That's fine. Yeah, so instead of that then we can do maximum attack 40. Yeah, so the team master would need to unlock it with team points. That's fine, yeah. For the time being, we can do maximum attack 40 then for now. I've been saving for dressing room. Ah, fair enough. Good reason to make your own team. I have considered that, so I have said to a few people I am considering making like a stream team. It just would need people to contribute to team points. Yeah, so a maximum attack 40 should be fine. Start hunting angry fists. Yeah, basically, yeah. No worries, Parkins. That's fine. Again, this is another thing that PSO does not tell you. Now, whether we're good enough to actually finish it, I have no idea, but we can try. How about a new challenge? Tower with only rocket punch. Slight problem with that is I don't have a rocket punch. Ah, good news. It's now even beats, so we can now spam Divine Punishment on everything. That'll make things a bit easier, at least. I've done a tower run with Victor Axe before, and that was hell. Yeah, so now I can just play Cheese Ranger and just Divine Punishment spam everything. Level 192, no Divine Punishment. You have a Heaven Striker, don't you? Is it just the mag that you're missing? I can never remember if Divine Punishment works on these guys. It does. Game changer. Oh, you're missing both? Well, this is a really, really good week for Hunter Heaven Striker. If you run it on Purple Gnome. I think it's a 1 in 8 drop from Condryu. Condryu is not too hard to show. Yeah, sideways shooting Divine Punishment, yeah. I'm quite glad that didn't hit me. Oh, this max attack's the one where the counter counts up, actually, so that's fine. We're not going to run out of time. He bought a meal marteau from some kid for $15 once. He thought he got a good deal. That is another MA6 device. Surprising no one. And that is a Regido Shidamaru, which is a terrible armor. Yeah, real world cash. Real world trading in PSO. Always makes me laugh in NGS, actually, whenever you see people in the lobby. We get these spammers in the lobby. The bots, obviously, spamming for like real world money trading. And it just makes me think, like, who actually spends real world money to buy Mazetta in NGS? Yeah, thank you for the congrats on the level up. It's been quite fast, actually. Ep4 experience is just stupid. That's what premium sets for exactly, yeah. On this character, it is only 172,000 to level. She's still a baby. Yeah, you don't get too many of the bot shouters now. It was more of a problem just after release. And I would say maybe for the first 8 to 12 months of the game, possibly. Particularly in Central City and Alio, you used to get quite a lot of spammers in the populated blocks. Not so much now. You still get the odd one now and again, though. Yeah, I mean, I know that real money trading is a thing in basically any online game, but I just find it funny that people would do it in NGS. Now Central City seems full of people calling one another names and arguing. It's basically either calling people names, arguing, generally insulting people, or being lewd. That's basically the NGS experience in the Central City. Played NGS last night, wandered the field just trying to work out the combat, then did the first cocoon. The cocoons are all worth doing because you get skill points for doing them that you can then go to your skill tree and get skills for. So definitely just have a wander around. Honestly, the easiest thing you can do in NGS early on is just wander around the world, try and find things, see what you can stumble across. And when you find a cocoon, just run it and get the skill points from it. There is larger versions as well called towers, and they give you more skill points. Yeah, honestly, don't worry too much about doing the story or anything because the story is essentially non-existent anywhere. You're level 6. Yeah, so it's still really early days. What class did you go with, best player? Ow. Yeah, the good old days of PSO with people spamming genitalia in the lobby, yeah. Nothing's really changed, has it, to be honest? Rekazil, okay, so yeah, female android ranger, cool. Story missions, roadblock progress though. A friend started and couldn't join you and return until you did story missions. Yeah, I mean, I suppose you have to do enough story missions to unlock the new areas. But I suppose in base player's case, because he's still really early in the game, you can just kind of wander around and get used to earlier initially. And then when you're ready to move on, then you can. Oh, Divine Punishment is so broken. You're so disappointed in NGS's story at Major Player Base and it's been great. So, I don't mind base game PSO 2. The story in base game PSO 2 though, it's all over the place. The problem with base game PSO 2 story, in my opinion, is, without spoiling anything, is, in case you don't know, for each episode of the game, they basically got a new director in for the game, and because of that, the story just goes on weird tangents all the time. Ep4 ruined base PSO story, but 1 to 3 were decent. PSO 2. Yeah, so F4, that was that where they go to, again, without spoiling too much, the Earth part? Yeah. Yeah, it does get a little bit better. So for me personally, I thought Ep1 was okay. Ep2 is really, really good, but very long. Episode 3 is pretty cool. Episode 4, I didn't like the first part of it, but it does get better towards the end. Ep5 is terrible, in my opinion. I can't stand episode 5. I think the end of episode 5 is okay. But yeah, most of episode 5 is just, ugh. And then the final episode, episode 6, I only played a little bit of it because I quit the game by then. But from what I've heard, it was really good. Yeah, if you think 4's weird, 5 is just... Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with 5. God, that hurts so much. I basically need to be on full health all the time to survive that. I basically get up, have enough time to heal, and then immediately die again. problem is these don't stagger to Divine Punishment either as well. Yeah, the animation, so the animation was interesting. So there are, if you don't know, there are 2 anime based on PSO2. So there is PSO2 the animation and PSO2 episode Oracle. PSO2 the animation is awful. It's a terrible anime. I'm sorry, but it's awful. That is the one where it's essentially people get sucked into the game because the game is actually real, and it was so bad. Episode Oracle actually isn't too bad because that sticks more closely to the actual story of, you know, the game. You bring a Holy Ray with you to paralyze those guys. I probably should do that. Yeah, it was basically PSO attempting to be Sword Art Online. Oh, this is awful. Yeah, no worries, best player, if you can't play it and just for too long. I appreciate it. It's a very sort of overwhelming game if you're not used to it. Having said that, I am also more than happy to play with people if you're online at the same time I am, or just hit me up on the Discord if you're struggling with anything. I'm more than happy to help. Yeah, the character designs were incredibly bland in the animation. I mean, the sort of the main character guy was essentially the generic humor from the cover. Yeah, base game PSO2 is an interesting one for me. I played it a lot when it released. I haven't touched it for years now. I never really feel any reason to go back to it now. Isn't the generic humor Ash? I mean, sort of. So in all of like the promo materials and everything, they always tend to call him Ash. But in the anime, it was this school kid called, I think it was called, was it Itsuki? I think he was called, or something like that. And when he logs into PSO, he essentially is that generic humor. Yeah, it was essentially though just, what if PSO was Sword Art Online? It was not a high point of the Phantasy Star series. It's a shame SAO games haven't tried what if SAO was PSO. Yeah, they should run it back the other way, shouldn't they? For context, I have never played or seen Sword Art Online. I just know that generally it's not particularly liked. He's on day 29, that's not too bad actually. He hates Sword Art Online. It seems like such a divisive show. I've never seen it, but it seems like people either love it or absolutely despise it. Not a fan, yeah. Felt like spending £3.50, you get Phantasy Star 2 for the Xbox. Like, you love SEO, but there's a lot of cringe, but past that, it honestly makes you cry. The games are really low quality, though. I am grossly underleveled for this. Everything just does so much damage. I also need to change that back to Rester because when I was showing someone how to use the palette earlier, I forgot to change it back. I've still got plenty of time left on the Divine Punishment, so no worries there. Yeah, going back and playing PSP2 again, it's been quite interesting. I need to see if there's a way of getting it multiplayer. I've heard that apparently you can play it multiplayer. But I need to look into that, because it would be really cool to do some multiplayer PSP2 Infinity as well at some point. I know there is a way of doing it, but I need to look into how. This quest is maximum attack 40. Yeah, the experience is stupid here. It's episode 4 with tons of enemies. There's a private server set up for it. Oh, cool. Yeah, I would like to play that more, really, because it is such a good game. You have a way you can DM me after the stream. Oh, nice one. Yeah, that'd be great if you could do that. And as base players just kindly done, we do have a Discord, so if you want to, feel free to hang out after the stream. We do tend to play quite a lot off stream as well. Not just PSO as well, we do also now have a Monster Hunter channel as well. Mainly because the other games part of the Discord was entirely Monster Hunter chat, so I thought, right, I need to actually make a separate channel for this. Me and Sisters Pod, so many hours into PSP2. Yeah, I mean, for me, I said it earlier, but for me, I think after PSO, PSP2 and Infinity are probably my favourite Fantasy Stars. I put a ridiculous amount of time into it, particularly into Infinity. Not gonna lie, Divine Punishment does kind of feel like easy mode. I feel like I should not be here. No rare enemies this run, unfortunately. Not yet, anyway. Maybe they're saving it for Condria. Honestly, I think one of the most insane things about Divine Punishment is the fact that it just can't miss. These guys must be quite resistant to light, I think, because I'm not doing much damage to these. Yeah, it's the fact that the Heaven Striker has the... I mean, handling the attack speed's pretty good anywhere, but particularly on Raymal, the increased attack speed with Raymal is ridiculous. I mean, these guys do absolutely kick my ass if they get anywhere near me. Honestly, as well, having V501 with the spread needle makes a huge difference. Yeah, this experience is absolutely insane. I've nearly leveled again. Ever tried PS0 on the DS? No, I haven't. I've said this on a couple of streams, but it is a game I want to play. I think the plan is, because I'm getting kind of close to 1,000 subs, I think the plan is to do a full playthrough once I get to 1,000. Like a first time playthrough. No V502 yet. No, unfortunately no. I'm stuck with V501. To be honest, for me, V501 is fine. The only benefit you get from V502 is the increased chance of health. The paralysis boost and everything's exactly the same, so... PS0 was a fun DS game. I keep hearing from people how good it was, so I really do need to get around to trying it. So I think once I do get to 1,000, it is on the agenda to finally play PS0 and tick that off my list. It's one of the very few fantasy styles I haven't played. I think the only other one is, apart from some of the smartphone games, is the only other one I need to try is Nova, which is for the Vita, which again was because I didn't have a Vita. But yeah, I always hear about how fun PS0 was, so I do definitely need to try it. What's crazy is my brother had a DS with PS0 and I just never tried it while he had it. It just never occurred to me to try playing it. PSO2 ES was actually quite fun, had an English patch. I did play a bit of PSO2 ES. I didn't play whatever the next smartphone game was, I think it was Idler. Honestly though, the main reason I played PSO2 ES at all was when I played the Japanese version of PSO2, it was the way that I bought Axe Cash. It was the easier way of buying it, so that was the main reason I had it. Zero for me was the closest I get to playing PS game with a story. Other reason I want to try it as well, because I did not know that it took place on Coral, on the same planet that PSO kind of starts from. So I definitely need to try that, just because I don't know if there's anything story relevant in it that can tie to PSO, but definitely give it a shot. Yeah, you basically use PSO2 ES just to top up your Axe Cash for PSO2, and that was pretty much the only time I used it. I did a little bit of the story in it, but I couldn't really go into it much. Why am I tanking this guy? Yeah, tanking with a 4-year-old is probably not the best idea. So, just to let you guys know in the team, I am going to die a lot here, because I don't have 900 health, so rip me. Because you're wearing a Dreamcast. Use the Dreamcast as a shield. Can we use it max before you start? Yeah, if you want to do a PB chain, that's fine, yeah. Yeah, I never really used it to grind for Mazetta, honestly. I probably should have done. Go get them scape dolls. That would probably be a good idea, wouldn't it? I'll wait. I'll see if people want a PB first, though. Bringing you back from death. The Pioneer 2 medical bit. They're going to be working overtime in a second because I'm not surviving this. Whatever it's called, would that be Fowler by any chance? Yeah, I can do twins then. No worries. There you go, best player. We're getting another Fowler on stream, and for once it's not me using it. So there is someone else that uses Fowler. There we go. Praise Fowler. Thank you for using Fowler on stream. It needs more love. Right, I am just going to go and get a couple of scape dolls because I ain't surviving this. Our membership god, yeah. Yeah, and if you want to become a member of the Fowler fam, feel free to join the membership. And that is my stream, once a stream plug. If you want to join, it's fine. If you don't want to join, it's fine. Do you get the PBs out the way just to prevent accidental discharge? I mean, the main reason for me is because I needed to go back to Pioneer anyway to get scape dolls, so I didn't want to waste PB. Oh, not Condrio. Ooh. Immediately dies. So tell me, how is that fair? Immediately dies again. I don't really like how they spawn directly underneath my feet. And I could do nothing about them. If I divine punishment this, does he take damage on all his parts? He does. KD ratio not looking good. Yeah, pretty much. I am very, very under level for this, to be fair. This is going to be the rough part because every time he does a beam, I'm going to die. Unless, I wonder if I can hide behind the safety rock and divine punishment him from there. That would be very cheesy if I can do that. I don't think I'm in range though. Well, I am staying here to survive this one. Oh, it's just out of range. That's so annoying. Basically, if he roars, I need to run away. Okay, we've got to next phase at least. I'm just trying to cheese the hell out of this. He's payment. Yeah, running this as a level 117 rare mile is not the best idea in the world. Oh no. Okay, that did actually no damage. Why did that do no damage? I'm not complaining, I'll take that. Cheesing is a valid strategy, yeah. Anything in PSO is a valid strategy as far as I'm concerned. I really don't want to go in there, to be honest. This does not look good. You realise how irritating this boss actually is when you do it with a low level character? You spend more of the fight on the floor than actually doing anything. Alright, this is actually rip. Oh dear. There's absolutely nothing I can do about that because I believe it does about 900 fixed damage. The eagle-eyed among you may have noticed that I do not have 900 health. I think I'm going to die again here, actually. I don't know why that didn't hit me. At this point, I'll take what I can get. Yeah, for some reason, that beam just seems to do no damage. I think it depends on how close you are to him when he goes underground, but it's just strange, like his big sort of ultimate attack does the least damage of anything. You know what? I'll take that. I thought I'd die a lot more, to be honest. It's just for sure. It's like his flare attack. Like, I can do this. It does nothing, but here it is. GG, everyone. Pretty much carried me through that, to be honest. Level 118, though. Yeah, bet you wish you could do this. I mean, to be fair, at the minute I can. $6,000 Mazetta. What did I get? Zonde level 29. That's nice, but I've already got it. I think this was just another vice, wasn't it? Yeah, some more hair dryers. And honestly, I'm never going to use a Redadoshi Damaru. It's absolute junk. Yeah, I thought for today we'd just play PSO for the stream because I know we've done a couple of streams where we've done some Monster Hunter. I'm giving people basically another week to get a bit further in Monster Hunter, just so that when we do it next time, we can do a bit further in the story. I thought you hadn't done the mandatory ad read for the med bay in a few streams. Yeah, so unfortunately, no Psycho 1, no Heaven Striker. So, is there anything else that anyone's hunting this week? Didn't know I played Monster Hunter in new player or experienced. I'm new in the sense that I started basically with, well, I started with World, but I played a ton of World and Iceborne, a lot of Rise and Sunbreak. I played a little bit of GU and a little bit of Generations, but nothing before that. So in the sense of a Monster Hunter player, I'm very new, but I have played a lot of World. Thanks to Run Sky, it's been a pleasure like always. Oh, no worries. I mean, I'm going for a bit longer anyway. I'll be streaming for about, yeah, probably for at least another, yeah, for well over an hour anyway, at least. Would it really be a rare monster increase week if you didn't find disappointment? Yeah, I mean, you know, it is the disappointment week, basically. Rare monster week where basically nothing shows up. Although we did get a red slime, I guess, so we got something. But yeah, remote, I absolutely love Monster Hunter World. I play it a ton still. I've got about 1,200 hours in World at the minute, so... We're going to tap out, so someone please take a spot. Yeah, so, I mean, if we do have any free spaces, anyone can feel free to jump in. I'm always happy to play with people. Just 2 seconds, guys. I just need to quickly sort something. I'll be back in a sec. Sorry about that. So, how's the other one going? I'm not sure. I think they were doing POD, weren't they? I think. Oh, they're actually doing Penumbral Surge 3 for Limdagent. So, depending on what IDs we could do, we could maybe do that as well. So, if anyone's got a good drop that drops in... Is it Seaside, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, so if anyone's got a good drop that drops in Seaside area, we could do that. My experience with Monster Hunter is very similar to yours. Love World, almost at 1,000-hour mark. Oh, nice one. Yeah, I've said this on a few streams, but I feel like Monster Hunter, in particular World, is one of the games that feels closest to PSO in terms of the sort of the grind loop. So you do tend to notice that a lot of PSO players tend to gravitate towards Monster Hunter as well. Not always, but... Oh, you just cleared Drac. Oh, cool. Yeah, SGS and Heaven Punisher. Yeah, guess what ID that is? It's a fun quest, but it's super dim. Soul Banish and Asker dropped. Oh, nice. No lame. Yeah, the drop rate for the lame is actually quite bad, isn't it? It's about, is it about 1 in 4,000 or something? Titan bring out the Skylight for Seaside. Believe in the SGS. Yeah, I mean, I guess I can go and get my Skylight. Sure, yeah, let's do that. So I know that I know Pockets is a Skylight as well. Yeah, I can definitely go and get my Skylight if we want to do some Skylight Seaside and experience the misery. Yeah, I'll go and grab her now. You get to see the Flowers used. Yeah, the Flowers has just been demolishing everything. It's so strong. It just doesn't seem to miss either as well. The accuracy is stupid on it. D502 from Merricarroll on green. The hit on the Flowers is 55. So I know we've got quite a few people today actually. So we've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 maybe? Yeah, so I'll set up a PS3 quest then on Skylight. Anyone who wants to join me, feel free. And then whoever's left, if you want to run something else, feel free. You can sit this one out or go in another party. Yeah, it's up to you. Smoking a cig, I won't keep you from that. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, if you want to do a total rotation around, that's totally fine. What's the best way to farm PD? Spend all the mana on trades. There isn't really a best way of farming PDs as such. It's basically just farm anything that has a lot of enemies. The drop rate is exactly the same from every enemy in the game, so... You can also potentially do Phantasmal World 3 box runs. That is another option. There's a big room that has tons of boxes in it that you can break to try and get PDs from. But I suppose like yesterday I said as well, the other way is just trade things away to get PDs. I'm going to set up Pinkle POD maximum attack 4. Yeah, farm cycle ones for PDs. I mean, how hard can that be? So I will set up a Skylight PS3 run. And anyone who wants to join that, who wants to attempt to get a CLJ sword or a Heaven Punisher, feel free. Password will always be stream, as usual. I think I made up 2. Yep. May try the Monster Hunter Rise demo on Switch. The only thing I would say about Rise on Switch is there's one area in the game in particular that runs really, really badly on Switch, the Flooded Forest. It's just ultimately the Switch is just not a powerful console. Flooded Forest in particular runs at like 10, 15 FPS. But the rest of the game seems pretty much fine. It's just a bit miserable when you have to go to that area. PC version again, it is better, but the Switch version is totally fine, honestly. Rise is... The only thing I would say about Rise as well, though, is it's not really a typical Monster Hunter game, so it is far, far more mobile and much faster paced. But the combat is still kind of similar. It's still a decent game, though, so yeah, by all means, pick it up. It's what we said about rotating the teams. This looks awfully like the same team, but alright. To be honest, we've got loads of time left anyway, so... Ah, no one joined you, waited a bit. Ah, fair enough. Oh, they all joined Drac. Yeah, they obviously... See, they know that this is not worth running with Skyly. They know that this is a colossal waste of time and will not drop anything. They're doing the big brain move and actually hunting for things that might actually drop. Yeah, so Drac's party is at 2 out of 4, so if anyone's on Ephinea and wants to drop in, by all means, drop into his party. I think they're either doing POD or maximum attack in Ep 4, so if you want Condrew or anything in Pinkle Ep 4, go and join them. You liked Rise, but it definitely didn't give off the same feeling as World. Yeah, it kind of feels the same, to be honest. I like Rise, but if I have a choice, I will play World. Good luck for SGS. Thanks, mate. I'll need it. Switch also has Generations Ultimate, but that doesn't have a demo. Yeah, so Generations Ultimate is what I would term the more old school Monster Hunter, so they changed it quite a bit in World. Gen Ult is definitely more the old school, but is a massive game and there's a ton of stuff to do in it. What level should a player be before joining streams? 41 currently. Doubt anyone would appreciate that. Hiya, Chentan. So, yeah, Kilneth, what I would do is... kind of depends. So, I mean, off stream, I'm happy to play at any time with any levels. I don't really mind at all. On stream, obviously, we tend to run Ultimate usually, just because it's where all the rares are. So, for that, it would be probably 80 plus. However, the exception I would say is if particularly during Experience Week, I would say I would probably run with anyone, because Experience Week, you can get good experience regardless. All right, let's go and not find anything. So, Penumbral Surge 3, I believe it is. I do like how fast quests load on Ephinea now. They did some change to the client recently and it loads things way quicker now. But yeah, no worries, Kilniath. If you want any help leveling or anything, just let me know. I'm more than happy to help out anytime. Ah, I see what you mean, Drac, about this quest being very dim. Is it just like meant to be overcast or something? Nighttime. That was like a jump scare. I'm so sorry if that explosion was really loud. I did not know it was going to do that. Yeah, I think the whole thing with this quest series is that there's meant to be like an eclipse that's making enemies spawn. There's a lot of explosions, okay. So you've been warned there, so if you are using headphones, maybe turn them down slightly just in case the explosions are ridiculously loud again. I'm going to assume that all these are going to explode. Yeah, pretty much. It does beg the question of why would a rock explode? Yeah, anyone in the chat who's not in the game, who plays on Ephinea, Drac's still got a space free, so please go and join him. Yeah, it's like someone strapped C4s to all the rocks. Like Solid Snake's been through beforehand. You better unalive Ethan Weber for this. Oh, you found a Justy. I mean, it wouldn't take long because I think all the geese dropped them, so we've now had there we go, we've had the stream Justy. I know Vector said that they wanted to see the Flower and Sword. The problem with this quest is there's a lot of enemies that it's just easy to use mech guns on. That is not a CLJ sword. Use mech guns. Yeah, I mean, the sword is absolutely brilliant. It's just you need the situation to use it, and in a corridor like this with one enemy at a time is not the optimal play for using a sword. I do wish that these Sinnoh barrels were Sinnoh Spiggles instead. You know, for the chance of Heaven Punisher. All we need now is Brevis and Dragon Slayer. I think those Gibbons drop Dragon Slayer, actually. Oh, is this actually a full CCA run? What's the options? Mountain or jungle? I'll go either. Which poison do you want first? Should we go jungle and get jungle out the way? I do wonder why Sinnoh seems to be the word for robot in the PS universe. Yeah, it seems to go between games as well. I mean, I know in PSU I think they were called Shinoa, but it's basically the same. It's just been translated differently. Really not looking forward to the Mirror Carols. Hopefully there's not too many, but these quests tend to have a ton of enemies, so... That is an evil spawn. That is just a brutal spawn. Like putting a miracle up there. That is evil. Maybe a favorite OST for Ep2. Yeah, I think pretty much everyone loves the central control area music. It is definitely one of the best pieces of music in the game. It's so chill. But I like it that when the battle version starts, there's this sort of undertone of like... It makes you feel a bit uneasy the first time you come here, when the music kicks up. There you go, there's a bit of Flower and Sword for you. That is a Durandal from a box with no percent whatsoever. That will be staying on the floor. Galgriffin's music is probably the most epic. It beats Falcon Floor hands down. That's a hill I'll die on. I think I agree to disagree on that personally. I really, really like Galgriffin's theme, don't get me wrong. But I do prefer Olga Floor's theme, particularly the second theme. But I will give it to you that Galgriffin's theme is an absolute banger. I just wish the fight was better, honestly. Gal is a fight I've never really enjoyed that much. Just because he spends most of the fight flying away from you and just generally being annoying. This reeks of a room with Sinnohs in it. You're too old to use the term banger. So am I, to be fair. I really shouldn't be. The fight can get in the bin, but the music, yeah. It slaps. Bangers and mash. Yeah, it's like, you know, when I was growing up, that was the only banger. It would be very, very nice to get one of these to be a Sinnoh Spiggle instead. Barrels are kind of a waste of time because they don't really drop anything good. This is the bee's knees. Or in this case, the gee's knees. Again, that was a horrifically brutal spawn. So that is designed so that when you warp in, you immediately get shot by the Mirror Cowl and die. It's like my life flashed before my eyes there. Yeah. Oh, geez. Yeah, be like you and hang back. I would do that, but I'm a hunter and I just can't do that. I'll say I'm a hunter. He says using mech guns for like 90% of the quest. You can use the term banger as you do a lot of work with music. Yeah, that's fair. I think you got a qualification or something, don't you, to certify you to use the word banger. Play bass guitar, used to play drums but tore your groin muscle so you can't do the bass drums anymore. You also do synth programming. Oh, cool. Not cool about tearing your groin though, that sounds like it was horrendous. Ah, we've finally got some Sinnoh Spiggles. Heaven Punisher plays? What even hit me there? Alright, yeah, this is... You can tell this is a custom quest because these spawns are just disgusting. You cannot put a Mirror Cowl behind a tree so you can't hit it when it can still shoot you. And again, good thing is Mirror Cowls have like no health whatsoever, so they die pretty quickly. Thought you were safe. Oh, no worries. It's one thing you learn with PSO quite quickly. You are never safe when a Mirror Cowl spawns, ever. Jumped out the back of a lorry after delivering it, tore right off the bone. Upper leg and lower waist went dark purple. Oof. That sounds absolutely horrendous. And that is a stag cutlery. Only the best rares in this run. Gerandil and a stag cutlery. I'm not sure how I have a random Disca +7 in my inventory, but we'll remedy that now. If you're there, you would take it for team points. I mean, I guess it's 10 team points, I guess. Yeah, I know I did mention about setting a team up. There seems to be some interest in doing it. It's just the only downside is having to like unlock everything again. That's the only annoying part. But I am more than happy to set a team up if it is something that people are interested in. And that is another stag cutlery. Is lorry a EU thing? Yeah, I guess. I think we just call them. It's what you would call like wagons or trucks. Trucks as in like huge ones. I was about to say if I had a team to join lease. Yeah, so not at the minute, but we are talking about making one. I need to look into the specifics of it as well because I need to see how many members it allows in initially. Because I know there are different like, member limits that you can unlock as well. Yeah, I suppose lorry is what is basically like what you would call something like a Mack truck or something like that. One of those. A huge one. We tend to call them lorries in the UK. It really likes putting mirror carols in these little corridors, doesn't it? Need to bank some TP rares. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I should probably get those stag cutleries, but if anything, 10-point drops from now on, I'll start picking it up. To be fair, I probably have a load of stuff in my stash that I can team point anywhere. Weirdly in the UK, there seems to be a disagreement on breakfast, dinner, tea, or breakfast, lunch, dinner. Obviously the first one, but my girlfriend disagrees. So as a northerner, I say breakfast, dinner, and tea. So like my main meal of the day on an evening would be tea. My dinner is what I'd have at work, which is more like a snack. We just like to confuse everything in the UK, honestly, you know. It's because you drink tea with dinner. As a Canadian, breakfast, lunch and supper. But it's again, different again. This will probably horrify everyone watching, but even though I'm from the UK, I don't actually like tea. I feel like I'm betraying my country's roots or something by saying that, but really not a big tea drinker at all. Don't drink coffee either. some call lunch dinner. It's just to confuse everyone, isn't it? The only tea I don't mind is I don't mind green tea. Well, like a typical English cuppa, so to speak. No. The only hot drink I really drink at all is I drink a lot of hot chocolate, which is probably not good for me at all, but I do really like hot chocolate, but that's it. Sorry, everyone, you hate coffee. Yeah, for me, it's weird with coffee. So I love the smell of coffee. I think it smells amazing. I hate the taste of it. I like all these little tiny rocks just to make this room a little bit more irritating. Custom rocks, yeah. Placed very specifically for no particular reason. You drink your coffee black? Yeah, I know my one of my parents drinks black coffee quite a lot. Again, I love the smell of it. I just can't drink it. I've tried several types of coffee and no. Was your dad even your dad if he didn't stick a freshly opened bag of coffee under your nose and go, how great does this smell? I think my dad was more of a tea drinker, honestly. I think I'm pretty much the only one in my family that doesn't like tea. Again, just perpetuating the fact that Britain is obsessed with tea. Yeah, I've tried that in milk and sugar and all sorts, and I just can't get away with it. I think it is a little bit better with milk and sugar, but I just, yeah. Even with that, I'm still not a big fan. Yeah, I do drink far too much hot chocolate though. The only coffee you'll drink is the Starbucks Frappuccino Mocha you get in glass bottles. Yeah, I will say I've never tried chilled coffee. I love this. So we've got all these rocks. You're trying to make the area look quite natural. How does this look natural at all? This huge, obviously man-made arch. Again, it's like how to tell that this is a custom quest and not an official one. Aliens placed it, yeah. It's like the monolith, you know, the big obelisk things in forest caves and mines. It's left here by the aliens. It's naturally occurring from the aliens. This conversation has certainly gone places. Coffee, you want to drink cold brew. Maybe I need to try cold at some point and just see if I find it more tolerable, but yeah, I have not had luck with it so far. Got to entertain the listeners somehow, yeah. I would say it's nice to know we don't have any mirror caravels, but the fact that we're still getting things like geese spawning means that there's always a chance. Yeah, I like that tell yesterday about the trap that Zale was stuck in. There's an endgame force. When should you actually bother using Megid or Grants? So Grants, generally Grants I don't find useful until you get to Ultimate, but there are some enemies in Ultimate that are pretty much only weak to light. So for example, in Forest, the Hill Delts. Hill Delts are basically weak to nothing apart from light. So there are certain situations you will use Grants. It's just learning what all the resistances are. In regards to Megid, that depends on where you are as well. So first of all, Megid works a lot better with phony whirls because you are piercing Megid. And generally what you'll find is it's usually not worth using in episode 1. Episode 2, there is some enemies that you can kill with it really easily. So things like the geese and the gibbons are fairly weak to it. The Morelias, they're really easy to kill with Megid. There's a few things in Seabed and some enemies in episode 4, like the lizards. They're really susceptible to Megid as well. And I know someone mentioned a Dragon Slayer earlier, so there's your Dragon Slayer drop. Welcome to Skyly games in a nutshell. Thanks for the tips. Oh, no worries. Yeah, Megid, you'll get a feel for it that there are certain enemies that it just doesn't work on at all, really. But there are certain enemies that you can kill quite reliably with it. Easiest thing to do is, if you look at the Ephinea wiki, just look up some of the enemies and look up what their dark resist is. And if they've got a fairly low dark resist, you can probably try using Megid on them. It's the same for Hell specials as well. Although Hell is actually better than Megid. Yeah, or you could do what yesterday just said and get the monster add-on, monster reader add-on. So there is loads of tools you can use with Ephinea Blueburst, and one of them is a monster reader add-on that tells you all the weaknesses. I don't use it personally because I like to have my interface quite clean. So I have the item reader up in the bottom right-hand corner. You probably won't be able to see it because it's basically exactly the same size as where my webcam is. So it's hidden away. But I don't like to have too much on screen generally. Yeah, it will depend a lot on what force you're using as well. You probably know, but different forces have different boosts to different techniques. So it does depend on which one you're using and what techniques you'll use more often. You run Phony well. Megid is definitely worth using then if the enemies have low dark resist. Just because you can potentially kill multiples in one Megid. Well, I'm not seeing this Heaven Punisher or Sealed J-Sword drop. Yeah, we were looking for Sealed J-Sword or Shentan or Heaven Punisher because they both drop in Central Control for Skyly. It's another naturally occurring phenomenon there. Yeah, it's like one of the false pillars, isn't it? They just forgot to finish this one. Oh, Zale just got a rat. Also, Cool Cat, yeah, I absolutely love Well. It's probably one of my favourite classes. I like how Minsk is using the S-Rank Slicer. I basically got it and then have very rarely used it because I just can't hit anything with it with my Hunter. Once my range is higher level, I'll probably try using it on her. At least we are getting a couple of Spiggles now, so I'm not going to say there's a chance, but Heaven Punch it is a drop that exists, apparently. I mean, considering this is an RBR quest, there's been next to nothing, apart from Dragon Slayers and just these. Yeah, I think for next week's stream, what we'll probably do is we'll obviously play some PSO because we basically always play PSO. The other game, we may play some Monster Hunter or we may try something else. I haven't totally decided yet. I do at some point as well plan on doing a collab stream with Deployable Lover. We just need to plan that and get everything sorted for it. So that hopefully sometime in the next few weeks, but I'll keep you guys informed. You got your Heaven Puncher last time this quest was on RBR. There is hope, you heard it here. It does exist. Uniwell is very interesting. It's like you're not 100% what you do with one yet, but you have one. I love Uniwell. It's probably my favourite class overall. Definitely the one I've got the most play time in. You essentially run it as like a hunter that can also be a bit of a backup force. That is a Stag Cutlery. Wherever it is, there it is. I will pick that up for team points since we were talking about earlier. Last time there was also an RDR or DAR boost week as well, so that probably helped. Yeah, no such luck this time. Kind of a hybrid. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Honestly, the best way to think of it is it's basically a hunter that's not quite as good as some of the other hunters and a force that's not quite as good as some of the forces, but you can do both. I really like it. But if you're coming from a Hugh cast, it probably will seem quite weak. Where are we even going here? Is this where? You need Jack of all trades or Raymal. Yeah, Raymal is essentially the range equivalent. You got lost as well. Here, Gigu's, there is a chance. You're the backup force who's letting me do the work. Funniest thing about the quest is the exploding rocks. Yeah, the one at the start, because I've never done this quest before, the one at the start pretty much jump scared me. I think there's another one soon. Sounds about right. Yeah, I was not expecting it at all at the start of the quest, and it pretty much jump scared me. Yeah, a friend that has one at the start, you were doing good damage because the buffs mitigated the damage disparity with that, but now you do so much more damage. Yeah, Hugh Cast is like disgustingly strong. It's quite a lot of signals. $1,300 on charge mech guns each. Love the buffs. Actual full way photon blast that worked. It doesn't happen very often. And just for base player and the other members, there's another filer for you. That one is from me. Alright, let's go. Level 81 shifter. How funny would it be now if we just walked to the next room and it was the end of the quest? Pretty much, yeah. I'm guessing it's going to be a massive explosion, so turn your volume down now. Yeah, that was incredibly loud in my headphones. Yeah, I have no idea why it's so much louder than everything else as well. Yeah, I'm doing 1200 damage charge without crits now. Oh, 1300 actually. Who dropped the nukes? It sounded like it. Completed max attack, no conjure, got a 20 hit glide divine. So you can go and smack things with the glide divine. I think that's what it is. Base player, yeah, just a lot of them happen at the same time. Zell got Cinnabar alarms. That was very lucky. I don't know how I got away with that. We sent a Glide Divine melee challenge. The worst thing as well is if it wasn't bad enough meleeing with a rod, you can't even combo with Glide Divine. Great programming by Sega overlaying a bunch of the rocks. I mean, to be fair, I think it's a custom quest, but yeah, it would help if the sound didn't just stack. That's why it's a challenge, yeah, pretty much. I think Penumbral Surge is custom quests. I certainly don't remember them from the official servers. Phantasmal World is a Sega series. But I don't remember Penumbral Surge. I could be wrong, but I think they're custom quests. And again, somehow, I keep seeing these mirror carols just shooting at me. And it's like, they're just skimming past my head. Uni keeps the level 81 SD. I need all the help I can get. You're thinking of Huma, Rima, text only with phony well melee. Oof. The AOL quest you did was super weird. Yeah, the AOL quests are just wild. Is that the one where... It depends which one you're doing, because there's a few of them. I know the max attack one is the one where it goes like, you're fast, you must be using AOL. Or ultimate with minus hit weapons and no armor and mark. Here's a really weird, nonsensical question of the day. Thinking of all the story NPCs from PSO, who would be the weirdest to get an Overwatch 2 skin? All the story NPCs. I'm trying to think of the weirdest story NPC in PSO. Has to be a super weird one I'm trying to think of. I mean, I guess there is the guy from Faking Yellow who was investigating the Rappies. He'll be a pretty weird choice. No SGS, no Heaven Punisher. Who could have guessed? You did the one with the Rappy Princess. You have to say, oh yeah, the Sunset Base quest, yeah. Yeah, I know which one you mean. Yeah, I did that a few weeks ago. Yeah, Principal Tyrell. Dr. Montague, and every time he gets a kill, he can go, heh heh heh. Yeah, full disclosure, I have never played Overwatch in my life. That seems like a lot of extra effort just to come here. Can't help noticing that there is a warp point here as well. Does that just take you back? Yeah. I swear if there's ever a PSO X Fortnite collab, I'll cry. To clarify, tears of pure sadness. I think I'd be with you there. The only good thing is, I suppose it would give Sega a lot of money, which is good, but yeah, I don't want to say that. Wow, both these weapons have no percentages at all. You would play Fortnite if Rupika was playable. Right, the stack I will keep, and I will keep that for team points. The Dragon Slayer, not so much. It's quite a fun quest, but it's very long. And it doesn't seem great for SGS. To be fair though, nothing is great for SGS. Nothing can help that drop. Oh, you're heading off Minsk. See you later. Thanks for dropping by as well, and thanks for joining some of the games as well. I always do this in episode 2. I always forget to talk to the lab to get the reward. Rupika will be perfect for Smash. Hi, Passion Flame. We have actually quite a busy lobby today. It's kind of crazy when I look at the analytics for the stream after I've streamed, and you can see when I play PSO, it's a really, really steady view count. And as soon as I switch to anything else, it's like, nope. And this sort of reinforces that, yeah, a lot of people are pretty much here for PSO. Which I'm not against, because I will play PSO anytime. How many have we got? We've got 7, is it? Is playing on Anguish worth it, or do you have to be a madman to do it? You do kind of have to be a madman to do it. It's more of a challenge, really. I don't personally feel like it's worth it, but if you want a challenge, go for it. We got one more Hue cast. It seems like we pick up another Hue cast every time we stream. Frozen shooter to rub it in Deployable's face. To be fair though, he got given one though, didn't he? Yeah, you could do a limiter run if you want to. Variety is the spice of life, but PSO is breakfast, lunch, and tea. Or breakfast, dinner, and tea. Or breakfast, lunch, and supper. Or whichever your preferred combination is. Yeah, it's not fair to give him frozen shooter. He needs to suffer. Yeah, White Lacondria drops limiter. In Anguish, you will pretty much get wrecked by everything. I think on the lowest level Anguish, it's not as punishing, but it's still tough. Yeah, so I think I don't mind doing one more run before we end stream. Yes, yeah, so if you want to host a Pinkle Drac, and then if maybe a Shentan wants to host a Whitehall as well, and then we can just filter into those games. We've got enough people to play some lobby football. We could do some lobby football after we've done this next quest. That is a very good point. What's lobby football? Have you never seen it before? And we'll very quickly just show you the lobby for it. Then we'll do a run, and then we can potentially do a lobby football. But yeah, if you go to the transport and you go to, I believe it's lobby 15. This huge lobby here. Yeah, there's a reason it's huge. Looks a bit like a football pitch, doesn't it? Or well, soccer, I suppose. Again, if we're talking about words that are different between UK and America. And look, there's a ball. Now this one, I believe, just explodes when you kick it. Yeah, there is literally a football game. Totally joining for lobby football. I tell you what then, yeah, so after this run, if there's enough people, we can do a lobby football game. People have really never seen that before. It's been in since, definitely since GameCube, maybe since Dreamcast. It does look like a Dreamcast lobby, so I think it might be a Dreamcast thing. Yeah, so we're setting a couple of runs up, so I think Ochentam might be setting a Whitehall game up. So if you want to hunt Whitehall and go for a limiter from Conjure, you can join that run. Or if you want to join Draken, you can get limiter from, I think it's maybe Gerta Blulu. You've hosted White Conjure. Ah, cool. Yeah, so there's whichever option you want to go with. So I will let you guys file in, and then I will choose whichever one has space. So join whichever games you want to, and I'll just jump into whichever one's got space at the end. And after that, if we've still got people around, we'll do some lobby football to finish the stream. You need Mother Gab, so Pinkle for you. No worries. Yeah, Whiteley is probably the easy drop overall, but you are reliant on the rare enemy showing up. Called a friend. Alright, I'll jump into this one then. I think there is some more people in the lobby as well, so I think this is like the most people we've ever had. How do you farm PD? So I mentioned this earlier because someone else asked earlier. Easiest way is either trade away things you don't want for PDs. That's probably the fastest way, honestly. Apart from that, just literally hunt anything, because anything in the game can drop PDs, and it's the same drop rate for everything. So hopefully POD works this time. If not, we can do max attack. This has probably been the busiest stream with chat and gaming. It's fantastic. It does feel that way. I feel like I've barely even focused on the game, to be honest. Yeah, and thanks chat for being chill as well and actually being nice. Oh, you finally made the Gzai Ogentan. Nice one. Oh, I went to go and get Excalibur. Oh, no worries. Like the stream. Oh, thanks for that. I think someone needs to confirm the button. Earlier on Ephinea, it showed character name and level above you in the lobby. Just gone and now and it's not. Is it a hotkey or something? I think... I'm trying to remember what button it is now. There is a button that cycles a few different things above your character. So it'll cycle things like your name, and it'll show you your name and your level. There's one that shows your team. There's one that shows if you've completed challenge mode. Is it tab? I don't know the keyboard controls at all because I've never really used keyboard. I've been binging my vids while farming Crimson Realm, so glad to finally catch a live. Oh, thanks for that. I'll see you playing GS as well then. Yeah, I need to do some more Crimson Realm while it's still on. I've just been so busy this week. Just started a new job, so that's been like the main thing I've been dealing with. Just haven't had a chance to do anything else. What ship on NGS? I play on ship 2. I never really play NGS on stream, just honestly for the simple reason. This probably won't surprise a lot of people, but the simple reason is that people don't really watch NGS. I've tested it a few times, and basically every time I stream NGS, the amount of people that just ditch the stream as soon as it starts, it's really noticeable. I don't blame them because it's not for everyone. And particularly if you're there to watch PSO, it is so different that, you know, you may not like it, which is totally fair. Tried to get into it but couldn't. Yeah, I think a lot of people are the same. Personally, I don't mind it for what it is, but it's certainly by no means my favourite Phantasy Star game. It's nowhere near. Personally, I think NGS it's definitely a lot more similar to PSO2. I think if you're a big fan of PSO2, you're more likely to like NGS. But even saying that, I know there are a lot of PSO2 fans that don't like NGS as well. Ship select isn't as free as on PSO1, is it? Aren't your characters per ship or something? Yes, they are. So if you have a character on, say, ship 2, if you've got a friend who is on ship 1, you can't play with them unless you transfer your character to that ship, which costs money. So just be aware of that. I would say that if you're just starting out with NGS, personally, I think ship 2 is pretty decent. It does have a pretty strong population. I don't know what the other ships are like. They could be fine. I used to play on ship 4 originally, and that was purely because when I first started NGS, Ship 1 and Ship 2 were basically totally full and weren't accepting new characters. So I had to play on Ship 4 because Ship 3 had no players for some reason. But yeah, as soon as I could transfer over to ship 2, I did. You know someone on ship 4 who only plays base and barely touched NGS? I feel, personally, I do feel like NGS is moving in the right direction. The last few updates in particular have been pretty good. The new Dark Files quest is actually really fun as well. But it's definitely not there yet. It's still a work in progress, I think, personally. It's a shame there's no modern games that feel like PSO 1. I think the nearest I've felt to PSO 1 is honestly Monster Hunter World. Just like, the actual gameplay obviously is nothing similar, but the way that the grind loop works in terms of like farming monsters for rare items and so on, that feels kind of similar. But again, Monster Hunter isn't for everyone either. It's been a crazy stream, really. Like, normally when I play this on stream, I can focus quite a lot on the game because, you know, now and again a chat message will pop up and I'll respond to it. I feel like with this stream, I've spent most of the stream looking at chat. Which, believe me, I'm not complaining about. It's really nice to see. Knowing me, I probably missed an SGS drop or something and forgot to pick it up. You can see that played a decent bit. Yeah, there is definitely a crossover. Again, I know not everyone likes it though. Pretty sure chat would have detonated so hard so you'd have not missed it. Yeah, good point. I've said it a few times, but at some point we are going to find something uber rare on stream. It's going to happen. Maybe not today, but it's going to happen. How does one donate to a Photon Blast? So if you play it on controller, it's basically whatever the button is for your top action palette. So the button that if you press it opens up your symbol chat or your word select, and you basically just tap that a few times and you'll donate PB to it. Oh, Achentan got a morning prayer. On keyboard it's end. Yeah, Drew, if you'll have to keep me updated on the keyboard controls because I have no idea on the keyboard controls. I say I've always played on controller just because it's what I'm used to. Yeah, Ether, I think you can donate up to, I believe it's up to 30 PB. Steam Deck gang. I really do need to get a Steam Deck at some point. They look like such a cool idea, but yeah. No worries. I always say if anyone has any questions at all about PSO, just drop them in chat, and even if I don't answer them, someone in chat probably knows. Yeah, this Flowers is absolutely disgusting. It just doesn't miss. Oh, I got a morning prayer as well. So morning prayer, I believe, is an armor that has... I think it's an armor that has a set boost with the morning glory claw, which I don't have. Even if I did, it's a claw. I like the prayer emoji in chat. I needed that for SGS, to be honest. I'm beginning to think I need divine intervention to find that. This is insane. 3 filers on stream. And a Guller as well, there you go. You don't know what to hunt, so you're trying to farm PDs for your first S rank. What section ID are you, Aether? And what class are you playing as well? Purple Raymar. So, how far along are you? Are you into Ultimate? Yeah, all the filers. That's the most it's ever been on stream. Probably the most it's ever been used in PSO, to be honest. I have a Hugh casting a full Marant ult to 168 Raymar. Yeah, so you're pretty high level then, so I'm trying where else you could hunt with Purple Num, because I'm assuming at 168 you've probably got all of the Ranger sort of important gear, you know, things like Yaz and Frozen Shooter and so on. You probably have all them already. I mean, I would say Psycho 1 for a laugh, but I don't want to subject you to that. The Filer PB icon going to be the team icon. I think kind of it either needs to be that or a Skyly icon. There's kind of no doubt, really. I kind of feel like the team should probably be called Filer Fam, though. I'm not going to lie, with the member badges, the temptation was to put Skyly as the last unlockable one, just because I personally feel like it's my favourite section ID, obviously. But then Deployable said to me, you might want it as your first one so you can actually see it in chat. Been lazily trying for Bringer's Rifle. I mean, Bringer's Rifle is super, super useful. I mean, for game changing, I guess it's basically... I mean, I suppose, like you said, your S ranks there, they could be if you get something like a, you know, an Arrest Needle or a Demon's Needle or something. I outside of that, it's going to be things like, I suppose, like a Heaven Striker with hit, or Excalibur, or... I don't actually know if Purple Gnome finds lame. I'm not sure. Yeah, 50 hit Demon's Rifle. To be honest, that's like totally fine, isn't it? Like, you don't really need anything else if you've got that, because you're just using it for the special anyway. Make it the Fowler logo, but Skylight coloured. Now we're talking. So did I actually just level? Yes, I did. Wow. 918,000 to level. Is there much difference between Bringer's and Demon's Rifle? I mean, Bringer's Rifle is stronger and probably has higher ATA, but obviously it's a lot easier to get a Demon's laser with hit. You can get a Bringer's with hit if you take it to Claire's deal and trade Photon Crystals to gamble for hit. But honestly, a Demon's laser would do absolutely fine with high hit. Firelight or Skylar. Still not 1 million, not yet, no. Crazy thing is, once you get to this level, you don't really get much stronger, because I've already capped most of my important stats anyway. I've max HP materials, so you just don't really feel like you get any stronger now. At this point, the level is just a number. Tried the Monster Hunter Rise demo, could not figure it out, off it goes. It is a fun game, Rise, honestly. I know it does get a lot of stick. It is a fun game, but at the same time, I feel like World is a lot better. You must have been around 170 to 174 when you began watching the stream. Were you really that much lower? That's crazy, really. Considering you're... What are you at now? 192? You could get World on your Series X. World is really, really good. One of the only downsides is that it's not crossplay. Neither is Rise, to be fair. It would be so cool if they made it crossplay. World is much slower paced than Rise. Much more sort of deliberate combat. I love it though. There's a ton of things to do in that game. You haven't touched Rise since you bought it. I think a lot of people are in that situation as well. I mean, it's fine. It is a decent game, particularly with Sunbreak. But for me, it just didn't match up to World. The one that Ochentan was playing last night on the Discord stream, that was Generations Ultimate. So that is the slightly older game, a bit older than Rise and World. General is the PSP2 Infinity of Monster Hunter. I suppose so, yeah. It is basically greatest hits, isn't it, more or less? Yeah, the expansion for Rise, never done it, but you can play World all day. Sunbreak is actually a really good expansion. The only thing I really don't like about Sunbreak is once you've completed the game, the end game is garbage. Basically because all you do is just spam these things called anomaly quests. It becomes super repetitive and it's really, really grindy. But the rest of the game, like the actual playthrough of the story and everything, is absolutely fine. A lot of the monster fights are really fun. It's just that the end game for me let it down. That's how I feel about Diablo 4. I never tried Diablo 4. I am a huge fan of the original Diablo 2. Again, I played that a ton back in the day. I played a little bit of Diablo 3 and I thought it was reasonably good, but I could never really get into it in the same way. I just never tried Diablo 4. Oh, Diablo 2, like old school Diablo 2, so good. Just check the second stream when you were level 180. What's the microtransaction situation like with Diablo 4? Is it full of them? Has them, but I think it's only cosmetic. Oh, that's not too bad. At least it's not like Diablo Immortal. I was watching a video talking about microtransactions. I was watching a video recently about that Star Citizen, and I could not believe the prices of some of the things in Star Citizen. Like, it's just beyond belief. Yeah, literally $40,000 to unlock one of the ships. And that's not like $40,000 in-game money, that's 40,000 actual dollars. I get that it's that point you are basically funding the game, but yeah. They are overpriced microtransactions. I mean, that doesn't really surprise me, but at least they are only cosmetic, I guess. Friend plays Star Citizen and say it's a good time. Tried it during a free play weekend and computer didn't want to run it at all after half a day downloading. We win. Oh, you finished first. I think someone just activated the portal early there. Oh, everyone got through. That's fine. For me, it said that only 3 of us had ported. Apparently not. Yeah, that was EVE Online, base player. Ugh, no Condryu again. Raring me week in a nutshell. God, that is so much faster with my Honeywell. I've added a paid ship to Elite Dangerous as well. I heard a lot about Elite Dangerous. The audio's bugging out for you. Keeps happening. That's really weird. I'll have to look into that. Is it anything particular? Is it the music from the game that's bugging, or is it the microphone, or both, or just in game voice wasn't cutting out? That's super weird because I have not changed any settings whatsoever. That's really odd. Yeah, I'll look into that after the stream. Is it just now and again it does it? The boss's sound effects were stuttering, okay. Yeah, I'll look into that after I finish the stream and see if there's anything I can do to try and sort that out. It's maybe 2 or 3 times a stream. I wonder if it's something loaded in the background or something that's... I can't think of any other reason it would do it. I'm looking at OBS at the minute and I haven't dropped any frames or anything. So that is really, really weird. Still trying to learn the meta on this fight. Yeah, I know there is a way if you use Estella of potentially breaking all the parts at once, but it's quite difficult to do. Yeah, well, apologies for that if it is stuttering. Last Monster Hunter World stream I had a bit of an audio issue. It's really weird as well because before I stream I normally do like a test recording for a little while just to see if it sounds okay, and every time I record it sounds okay as well. So I wonder if it's something to do with YouTube. Again, I'll ask this while I'm live, just out of curiosity. How would people feel, and it's totally okay if you don't want to, how would people feel about me streaming on Twitch? Just genuinely curious if anyone is interested in that instead, or if you want me to stay on YouTube. Just thought I'd throw it out there while I'm streaming. Can try both like Deployable did. I know I've talked to Deployable about it though, and he said that he was having some technical problems with it. And I know he said that he didn't really notice any difference at all with multi-streaming. So I am kind of hesitant to do it. Yeah, I know he's had a lot of issues with it as well. I think it's always going to be a mixed bag. I think a lot of people do prefer watching on YouTube because the videos are on here as well. But yeah, it's just obviously if we do have audio issues that continue on YouTube, maybe I could try doing Twitch. You have Twitch, you just don't use it as much. Yeah, I think it's going to be different for everyone. I know I did a poll a while back to ask people where they wanted me to stream, and it was, I may as well have not bothered doing it because it was pretty much 50-50 between YouTube and Twitch. I think it's one of Parkin's friends. Do you have to have a certain following on Twitch to enable dual stream? I don't think so. I think you can do it regardless. Just to stress as well, if I did stream on Twitch, that would not mean I stopped doing YouTube content. I would still upload videos on YouTube as normal. But yeah, it's just that if this is a YouTube issue with the audio, it may be something we have to look into. But I thought I'd ask while I was live and people are here. There's no downside to doing both at the same time. The only issue is on my end is getting it so that it'll show the Twitch chat and the YouTube chat. Because I know when Deployable was doing it, it was really, really buggy, whether it would show both chats or not. It's a bit of a pain to sort out sometimes. Because obviously you want to be able to respond to YouTube chat and Twitch chat as well. I've just realised how terrible the description is for this morning prayer. You can tell it's a blue burst item. Superb in close combat. End. Yeah, maybe at some point we can try doing a test stream on Twitch. It wouldn't be like a regular Sunday stream, but maybe sometime during the week or something I can try doing a test Twitch stream just to see if the audio issue happens there, see if people like it there, and then we can go from there, I guess. Honestly, from my end, I don't mind personally if I stream on YouTube or Twitch. The only thing I don't like about YouTube is there's a lot of extra setup that you have to do for streams compared to Twitch. So with Twitch, you can basically just go live. Where on YouTube, you have to set up a waiting room, you have to set a thumbnail, you have to set all the description and everything for your video, and do that every single time. And in OBS, you have to, you know, update your chat window, update all the stream details and everything every single time you stream. And it is a little bit annoying. I won't lie about that. Yeah, such a detailed description, yeah. You find out with a load of the blue burst items that there's just no effort whatsoever put into the descriptions. Has the audio bugged out anymore since the fight? Been fine since. Okay. Yeah, I wonder what's causing it. Can be a long gap when it happens. Yeah, after the stream, I'll look at my OBS settings just to see if there's anything obvious that could be causing it. Other than that, I can only think maybe it's a YouTube issue, but it's just strange that it started happening now. And I know people said it happened last week on the Monster Hunter stream as well. So I have no idea. I will look into it though and see if I can figure out what's going on. So to finish the stream then, should we do some lobby football? Since a lot of people apparently didn't know it existed. Yeah, so we did try doing some P1 hunting, and we did a few runs at the start of the stream. No Lily at all. We did get a red slime though. Yeah, so everyone who wants to join for lobby football, go to lobby 15. I don't know how it works the teams out, but I think the rule is just play football, essentially. If the ball spawns. I don't know how to actually get the ball to spawn. You go to the counter and pick a colour. Okay. See, Minsk knows what they're doing. Yeah, so everyone go to the counter and pick a team, I guess. Yeah, I think it's change marker. I kind of feel like I have to go blue because it's the nearest to Skyly. I do find it funny that you can have 4 teams. I like how Kilniath is the only red player. Oh, we got the choo-choo ball. Nice. And now you basically just run into it. Wow. Absolute disrespect. I forgot it doesn't respawn at the start. You just keep kicking it. What the usual thing to do was people would just stuff the ball into here and we'd just get the ball stuck in here. Try hitting the attack button when we run into the ball. It has literally been years since I did this. I'm taking that. I think I scored. I have no idea. Someone did. Oh, there we go. Oh, we managed to get it out of there. You can actually get it stuck in there sometimes. Goodbye. It says goal in red, so you think you're winning. So that was a goal, but how do you know who's winning? No, the score is not showing up on the screen anywhere. It's like, goal, someone scored. Believe me, that there is nothing on the screen there. It's totally blank. Yeah, they introduced it in PSO 2 as well, didn't they? It was at the bottom of the lobby in the Ark ship as well, but yeah, not quite the same as this. Is anyone keeping track of scores? Because I have no idea who's winning. The points are the friends we made along the way. Exactly. I am claiming that goal. That was me. It's a new FIFA game. To be fair, I would rather play this than any FIFA game. Yeah, the ball was really floaty in PSO 2, wasn't it? Your heart hasn't exploded this much since the episode 3 stream. I think Drac and Banana Head are like goalkeepers. You do get the impression that they didn't really think of the rules of this too much. You know, for example, a score would have been nice. I will say though, I do remember on the GameCube version, I'm sure there was a score counter at the top of the screen, but believe me, it is not there on Blue Burst. So we'll do one more goal. Whoever gets the next goal can claim the winnings. If the ball spawns again. Alright, we're back on it. I'm claiming that one as well. I don't know if the ball just disappears after a while, if that's meant to be the end of the game, or I have no idea. This Rocket League update looks great. All right, so I think that'll do it for now. Yeah, we can do this a bit more often. Maybe finish the streams with this each time we do PSO. But yeah, we'll end the stream there for today, I think. So thanks everyone for joining today. It's been really fun actually with this many people. So it's really cool to actually get this many parties going. So we'll end there for today. There will be another video next week, which will be the start of the PSP2 playthrough. Again, that will go live to members only first, and then after members only, probably a day or so later, it'll go live to everyone else as well. So if you do want to get in early on it and join the membership, there is a join button underneath the stream. You can join there. Don't feel you have to though. So what we'll do is we'll end there for today, and we'll pick it up next week, and we'll do another one next week. So thanks for joining. I'll see you guys next time.